We're going to be bringing on our first speaker for the day, our first speaker in the lineup in a couple of minutes. But first, I just wanted to remind you about the bevy of speakers we're going to be hearing from today. Artemis is a collective of women-owned businesses serving the mining industry. So not only are we women that are making money, making our livelihoods, leading teams, being entrepreneurs in the mining space, we're also facilitating the transformation of mining. And as you might know, the International Day of Women in Mining is coming up. It's observed every year on June 15th. It's a relatively new holiday, but we do what we can to celebrate women in mining all year round. And we take this opportunity to shine the spotlight on some of our members and some of the incredible things that they're doing. So you can have a look at the lineup here. And I just want to bring on Heather Gamble, our co-founder, to give us a little bit of the backstory of the Artemis project. Today, we have over 50 women-led businesses in the mining industry. We have over a dozen industry partners, mining companies that are supporting us with sponsorship. And I would just love to hear a little bit of your perspective, Heather, in the 2 minutes that we have before we bring Susan on as our first speaker.
For sure.
No pressure. I'm sure we'll hear from Heather a little bit later, but what is the spark that inspired you to start the Artemis project and to lead you to create the opportunity and the impact that Artemis has meant to date?
Well, thank you, Erica. And I think I can do it in less than a minute.
Go for it.
But as Erica says, we're here to share stories. And so there's one that I share a lot because it was one of those moments that I realized, oh my goodness, I need to get into mining and do something. And so I opened up the first business accelerator for women in Canada in 2014. At that time, there were very, very limited supports for women entrepreneurs, and especially ones selling in B2B environments, complex enterprise organizations. So I thought, I'm going to open it up. So I did. We opened up and I met all kinds of different women entrepreneurs, just a gamut of unbelievable women driving businesses. And then I met a woman, a female mining engineer and her business. So that's how, I just organically started. However, once I started learning a bit more specifically about the mining industry, I thought, I think there's an opportunity because there was many women in mining organizations and I attended lots of events, but they tended to be focused on women working for mining companies. So I thought, there's a gap because these incredible women entrepreneurs, they need a place and to come together. And I just felt, gee, could I be lucky enough to be an advocate for them? Because I would really love that. Anyhow, the story goes, so I started running around mining and who can I meet with? I didn't know a soul in mining. So I, was referred, go see this person, go see that person. And I'll never forget, there was a meeting and I was at the top of one of those towers on Bay Street. And it was with some very, what I was told, progressive modern men in mining. So I thought, this is my crowd. They're going to love what I'm going to tell them. Anyhow, I said what I wanted to do in terms of empowering women in mining, women entrepreneurs in mining. And they said, it sounds good idea, Heather. But we have a question. What do these women do? Catering? And then I thought, the ones I've met so far are engineers, they're technologists, they're social scientists. Actually, we need some caterers in Artemis. However, I just that was the moment that just said, wow, there's not an appreciation. There's a lack of visibility of what the women entrepreneurs in mining are really up to. So I thought, I'm taking this role. I'm just taking it. So that's how Artemis started.
Wow. And I love you highlighting that and reminding us, there's nothing wrong with being in the kitchen if that's where you're happy. However, there's this sort of historical evolution that we've had as women have started to progress into roles in the workplace and participating in the industry and in being change makers and engineers and scientists and business leaders. And providing services that are impacting, not just kind of hanging out, but actually people like Carrie that are game
Unreal.
changers and innovators and thought leaders. And as someone who has benefited from the formula of the Artemis project, I've been a member myself since 2019. I want to thank you for spotting that opportunity and for creating so much impact and advocacy of the impact, sort of raising the visibility and helping us all see what it is that we're doing. And that's what we're here to do today. So I really appreciate that. Heather, we're going to be hearing from you later in the program. What I want to do now, thank you so much for kicking us off there.
My
And
pleasure.
how inspiring to think things can get started with just one conversation.
Mm.
So
Look
our
where we
next
are
guest,
now. So thank you,
yeah,
Erica.